Griswold gang, welcome back. Episode 11 of our SPY series. Glad to have you guys here on the channel. Thank you guys for watching again. Thank you for subscribing. I'm up over 2,000 subscribers, so thank you guys very, very much. I never thought I would ever see that. I never even expected it. So thank you guys very much for that. I very much appreciate it. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Normally I wait till the end of day to go through these SPY plays, but SPY was so good today for us off of this 30-minute chart. We probably couldn't have asked for a much better day. So let's get through this. We're going to talk about how you can trade SPY every single day for profit. Is it going to work every single day? No. Has it worked every single day for the past 11 days? Pretty close. Pretty close. So we're going to go through this. You should be done trading for the day. If you were looking at SPY, it's 2.5 hours into the day, you should be done. You shouldn't need another trade today. So let's go take a look at how SPY did, where you could have got in, and where you should have got out. And one thing I'm going to tell you right before we start, let the candles stop you guys out. Let the candles stop you out. Don't get out just because you have 10% profit and you think that's what you should have. Let the candles tell you when to get out. The candles tell a story. They're writing a storybook for you guys. You just need to read the story. Okay, so this little hammer candle, if you want to call it that, is the first candle that opens in the morning. So we gapped up above this outside bar. So that's not a play. If we opened up below this wick and then trended up, that's a play that I would have taken. But because we gapped up, not something I'm looking at. Okay, so this blue line that I've got in here represents the open of SPY. So it opened up and came down and finished right here. Okay, closed at the bottom here. We trended up, we trended down, and we closed right here. Let's go to the next candle. So in this spot, we're either looking for a trigger to the bottom side or the upside. Anything above the blue gives me a green daily. Anything below the blue gives me a red daily. Okay, and then I want the hourly and the daily in the same direction, the same color. So if we go to the next candle, and this first candle is the only spot that would have given you any difficulty. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so this is the 30-minute candle. Let's hop back to the 5 and I'll show you why this would have given you trouble. So if we go down to the 5 and we go to the opening, okay? This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so what happened even on this candle, regardless of if it went down or up first, we went up and we triggered. That would have given you the actionable signal to get into that trade. But then we started coming all the way back down to here. Now, I'm not expecting you guys at 364.93 trigger all the way down to 363.17. That's a long time to hold. And I don't want you guys to lose your profit on that. So if we realistically, the spot where you, let me do this again, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. On the 25-minute mark of the second half hour is where you could have re-entered. I'm okay if you guys stop out. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I have no problems with that. But when we look at this, we've come down so far, this pink line, we're more than 50%. And I know Addicts talks about on the weekly swings that he wants it to close below that 50%, but I get it. I get it for you people who wanted to sell, and that's fine. If you thought it was going against you and you weren't going to hold until the bottom of that bar, I get it. Like that's a $2 range, and I don't think I'd want to do that either. Okay, so if you sold, it was okay, but when it re-triggered, you needed to get back in. Okay, so when it re-triggers, now we've got our stop loss at the trigger point because we ran up. Okay, so we ran up high, high, high. And if you really want to, you can put that stop loss at that target. Okay, and remember I talked about leaving it just below that target, just in case we tag it just below and then reverse, because it happens a lot of times. It'll come down, it'll tag that target, maybe a little bit more, and then start moving back in the same direction again, or in the opposite direction. So if we go to the next candle, there you go. So there's the next one. And guys, this after that little hiccup there in the second 30-minute candle where you had to re-trigger or re-enter, this trade was golden. It was at least a $2 move. And so like I said, I'm going through this before the end of the day. There's still 3 hours left in the market, and I'm telling you guys that you shouldn't be trading anymore based off of just this one trade alone. Okay, so now you've moved your stop loss up to the target. We'll go to the next one. There's the next one, okay? So there's two things you can do. Again, you can leave it at that target because the gap from 365.89 to 366.19 isn't a lot. So leave it at that target, okay? Or you can move it up to the bottom of the candle. It's perfectly fine either way. We go to the next candle. Okay, now we're up again. So now I'm moving that up. Okay, there's my stop loss. And guys, now you are in, you're profitable. This trade is a profitable trade. Does not matter what happens the rest of the day. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it continues up. It doesn't matter if the next candle comes back through this marker. You've made the trade. You've made profit. You've done well. You've successfully completed a day trade. Congratulations. Okay, but let's go see what the next candle. And okay, here's the other thing I'm saying. I'm saying don't sell just because you're here. You don't need to sell just because you're there. No one's ever going to call the top, and that's okay. We don't need to call the top of the market. And what you guys need to be okay with, and we'll go through this as we get further on, but there's something that you guys need to be okay with. We'll talk about it in a second. So let's go to the next candle. What happened? Okay, so here's the next candle. Okay, up there. This was the next candle, that little shooter candle. Okay, so then you move your stop loss up to the bottom of that candle. Okay, but here's the other thing. Normally you would have it there, but you've hit target 1, target 2. Okay, you've hit those two targets. If this is me, I'm putting my stop loss either at this target or at this target. And that's okay. Okay, so if it's me, I'm probably going to try and get stopped out a little bit further because I want to see if this thing can run. That would be my stop loss at 368.51. Okay, so this candle came back through and you're out of the trade. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I wanted to talk about. So you just made this trade. If you got stopped out here at 368.51, okay, and you started at 364.96. So $2, what is that? $2.50? I don't even, what are we at here? 364, so we'll call it 365 to 368.50. So $3.50, a $3.50 move for you guys. That is huge on options. There's no way you guys shouldn't have made money on SPY today. And this trade would have made your complete week. One trade, that's it. One trade would have made your week. And the thing I wanted to tell you guys about, listen, you have to be okay if this thing comes back through and you take your stop losses, that you're okay if this next candle runs up or if this next candle runs up. You have to be okay with that. And that's the psychology of trading, because too many times what happens is, and it didn't happen here and it hasn't happened yet, but what happens is this will come back through and people are like, I should have taken money when it was up in this range. That doesn't matter. This versus this is nothing. You were super successful on this trade, more than most people, because you followed a strategy and you followed what the candlesticks told you. You followed the story. You have to be okay. You have to be okay with taking your stop here. If this candle continues to rise up, it is what it is. You made a crap ton of profit. Did you call the top? No, you didn't. Did you get out with a super successful trade? You damn right you did. Okay, and here's the other thing, guys. If you're like, man, I wish I would have stayed in, just wait. Just wait. If this inside bar within the next 26 minutes triggers above, go ahead and take it. Okay, and then what you can do is put a target there. Okay, go get the money you think you lost right there. Wait for it to hit that target. Does it happen? I don't know. Do we want to stay on and do this live while it's happening and look for a trade? Sure. The other thing, like I said, we want to see that hourly and that daily in the same direction. It was that way all day. Okay, there might have been a time where the hourly might have flipped at some point, but we came back green and the day was green. And we just needed that hour to flip back to green from where it was. And did it happen? It sure did. Again, I don't know if we want to stay on here for 25 minutes and make this a 30, 40-minute video. But looking at this, we can get rid of this target now because we've accomplished that. We can get rid of this target now because we've accomplished that. And now we just look for stop loss. So would you put your target here? Your trigger there. Would you guys take that trade? I hope you said no, because this daily would still be green. I had a one-on-one call with somebody, a few people actually, and they took the trade against time frame continuity, and they lost, and they didn't understand why they were losing. And again, it doesn't always happen that way, but that was my reasoning for them losing, is because they didn't trade with time frame continuity. Okay, so that's all we're looking for. So this inside bar, I wish I had my brokerage open right now because I would switch to see what the options are for you guys. But we don't have it. So you're not going to gain a ton of money here. That's what I'm saying. From 169.32, or sorry, 369.32 to 369.56, you might squeeze another 10% out of there. You might. Okay? So if it triggers, by all means, here we go. We look like we're trending that way. And let's just see what happens. We'll see how you would play it. Okay, or how we should play it. We'll see if it trends up. And again, if this is me, I'm not wasting a lot of time with this because I've already made so much profit on this previous trade. I don't need to worry about this little 7 to 10% hit. And I can, but what I'm going to make sure of is that my stop loss is set so I'm not losing everything I made. Okay, so let's see how this one plays out. Looks like we just tagged the top. I'm going to move this up a bit. And there we go. We are outside of that inside bar. Not quite. There we go. Okay, in the trade. And now let's watch to see what happens, okay? You want a stop loss on this thing? Because you've already made so much money, put your stop loss at the bottom of that body. Okay, and let's just see what happens. Or you put it at the trigger. But if you want to see how this thing plays out, let's watch, let's wait, let's see what happens. And a lot of times on the 30, guys, it takes patience. Okay, so we're watching. There you go. We're coming up on the target. There you go. You're through that target. Take your money. Okay? You wanted that trade, you can take your money right there. And you just went, 2 for 2 or 2 for 3 on the day. But I wouldn't trade more than that, guys. I would be done after that one. I would be done. After the one we just went through, down here, this big move, I wouldn't have traded again. But if you had that itch, that sounds more like gambling, but if you had that itch and you felt like you needed to play it, this was the perfect opportunity to play it. And you hit targets and then you came back through. Take your money and end your day. Okay? Might this run up to here? Very well might. There's 20 minutes left in the trade. Could it come back down and you could lose everything? Very well could. But because you made all of this profit here, take your money. You hit the target, take your money. Guys, follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. Make sure you're checking out this series. You can go check out the original video at the end of this one. It's on the top right. The bottom right gives you learning tools to learn to trade the strat in a whole nother stratosphere. Okay, 300 plus videos for you guys to learn how to trade the strat. Good luck in your journey, guys. I'm here to make you more profitable, more consistent. I hope this video helped. I hope this series is helping. I hope the watch list is helping, and I hope those learning tool videos are helping all of you guys. So thank you very much for watching. Good luck trading. Look, down to the trigger. Get out of the trade. There, you just lost your money. Hey, good luck trading, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.